Y'all ready? Let's go, y'all ready? Let's go. Hey, my connectors, welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe, join the family. If you like the food, it's the place to be. You come and have a little fun, what your girl can't see.
What's up, my connectors, and welcome back to the channel. So today we are having a king crab seafood boil mukbang. I have some lobsters, some lobster claws, I have some mega prawns, I have some corn. So if you are new to the channel, if you could please hit your subscribe button and your notification bell so you'll be notified when a new video is uploaded. Don't forget to share, like, leave me a comment. I truly appreciate it. So we're gonna jump right in, y'all, because y'all already know. Stop the king crab. Oh, I left my lemon. That was good and spicy. That is good. Good lobster. Broccoli falling out my mouth. So hey y'all. I hope you're doing well. I am doing well. See if I can break these claws. Okay. I'm not rushing, but I'm rushing. Oh, that's good. Fresh corn. So y'all know we're gonna talk about part 2. Let me see if he ready. All right, while he coming down, I'll keep eating. Corn sweet. is the claw that I cut off.
We got 5 minutes.
Oh, I picked up the Olipop, y'all. The orange squeeze. Is that what I had Olipop last time and didn't have Poppy? Or I don't know which one I had last time. Was it Poppy? Well, I can't remember. Whichever one. I thought I was getting the opposite. It might have been the same one. I'm probably just loud and wrong. Wait a minute. Yeah, they both probably similar. I'll just say that. They similar. Cause somebody said I just drank water. I don't blame me because they $2. I just drink them when I want like a soda or something. But I won't just be like running out to get them. Put a you know, you see a lot of people with like a refrigerator full of them. Yeah, I'll probably just stick to the water right now. For those of you who have not seen the anniversary video, this is part 2. So you could watch part 1 and then come to part 2, or you could watch this one and then go watch the other. Whichever one, I thank y'all for watching. Oh, and thank y'all so much for watching the last video. I really do appreciate it. So I think we left off where we were talking about how we love differently. So we're going to start off with my favorite. Words and tone matter, y'all. So that's like a big thing for me. Like the way you deliver something, the way you, I know everybody always talk about, you know, you got to communicate, but it's also how you communicate. Because if it's your delivery and your tone in which you say something. Babe, let me know if you agree or disagree.
I agree.
But, because you sound like you want to say but.
Sometimes you can, you know, you take it a little too far.
I don't think I take it too far, y'all. The reason I say that is because you could almost say anything to somebody, but it is in the way you deliver it or your tone in which you deliver it. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Like just like if you say something like, hey, you know how you say it like that, you'd be like, hey. You know, it's just different tones in how you deliver it. So I think that's a big part of communication, in my opinion. But, babe, you can chime in if you think differently.
No, I agree with that. It is a huge part of communication, but...
But what? You keep saying but.
You do take it too far. And
but
that...
The reason he says that is because I'm always the one saying, babe, it's your tone. You know, it is your tone. But I'm not the only one that has told him that. Yes or no?
I am misunderstood.
Okay. Misunderstood. Okay. All right. That next one is, I've learned that marriage is a partnership. I know we partners and everything like that, but I'm talking about like business partners. I never looked at it that way, but you are truly in a business with someone, because how you run your family, your finances and everything is basically like a business. And each partner, which are co-founders or however you want to look at it, has to be on the same team. Like, everybody got to be on the same team in order for the thing to flow. You understand what I'm saying? Like, for instance, like, you can't go out and buy a motorcycle. You know what I'm saying? Without your partner. Without your partner knowing, you can't just go out and buy a motorcycle. In my opinion, y'all let me know if you agree or disagree.
But if you 51% of the partnership.
Right, even if you 51%, I think you should still run that by your spouse. Yes or no, y'all?
I'm just kidding about the 51%.
And I ain't even catch on to that when you said 51%. But yeah, so you should not be going out.
Why? Let me ask the audience.
Go ahead, ask them.
Why can I not get a motorcycle?
But you just can't go out and get it. You understand what I'm saying? One, you're not getting a motorcycle, but I'm just saying you can't just go out and get the motorcycle without me knowing. Like, you can't drive up to the house on a motorcycle. Like, that's a big purchase. You get what I'm saying?
That's a big purchase.
A motorcycle? Yes.
Might be 10, maybe 15,000.
Right, that is a huge purchase. And it's very... it takes two people to agree to it, because if something happens to you, who do you think they're going to call?
I have life insurance.
Okay, and? He been acting, y'all. Listen, let me know if you agree or disagree. You can't go out and buy no car without your partner knowing. You can't go out.
You let Khalil rides around.
You see, I don't know. He live in a different city. They grown. And speaking of life insurance, let me tell y'all how I have grown. Like, in the beginning of the marriage, when Kit first came to me and was talking about life insurance, I was like, oh, no, bro. I'm not getting no life insurance. Life insurance for what? You know what I'm saying? It only take this much money to bury you these days. I'm not getting no life insurance. So he was like, you know, you can say your piece, babe. But a lot of people. No, I mean,
I explained it at the time,
yeah.
Which you didn't get at the time, but eventually we ended up getting. You ended up getting the coverage you needed. Because everybody should have. Everyone who is married, especially if you're married, you got a family. Yeah. You should have life insurance, and what they give you at work is not enough.
Right.
To cover all of the things that are going to happen. It's just not about being buried. But a lot of people don't like to talk about life insurance.
Yeah.
If you have kids, you should have life insurance. At the minimum, you should have burial insurance.
Yeah.
For the kids. And it's not to say that something's going to happen to your kids or you want something happening to the kid. It's just, if something does, that's just one less thing you have to worry about.
I thought him and his old lady was trying to do something. You know what I'm saying? I was like, no, don't worry. No, I'm not getting that. I was adamant. You hear me? So yes, I have grown past it. And I'm talking about, this was way in the beginning of our marriage when we barely could, get through a month without a disagreement or something. And then you come to me talking about, you gonna get you some life insurance. Like, no, partner. So yeah, like I said, that's a part of the business. That's what you have to do for a part of the business, right?
Exactly.
Let's see. Oh, I think that it is crucial and it is very important to have a real connection with your spouse. Cause you ever seen like where you see a couple or you know of someone that when they're together they're just separate, if that makes sense. They're together, present together, but they are in two totally different spaces, head spaces. Now, I was guilty of this in the beginning of my YouTube career, where we could be out on a date, and y'all, even like the connectors who used to watch me back then, used to be like, put your phone down and go on date night. Because y'all know I used to be like, y'all gotta go, I'm going on date night. But I used to be like zoned out, and he used to sit there and be like, yeah, I'm just having dinner by myself. So I was guilty of that. Always having my phone, my head was down. It was like if he got up from the table, I probably wouldn't have even known. But that was when you was really trying to hit your goals and stuff, you know? No excuses. I'm just telling you what I've learned to do. Like, put your phone down and really connect with your partner when you're out. Because I have seen so many times where people, are out to dinner and one person like this and the other person like this, and they barely say like 2 words to each other. So, or that's how they are just like in an everyday life. And I never wanted that. Because I never wanted to have like when someone say, well, oh, how long you been married? And I'd be like, oh, 26 years or whatever. But there is no life in the marriage. You know? I want there to be a connection always, or a healthy connection. Not just, oh, we together. Oh, we go together. There got to be a healthy connection. Like, do we need to sit down and talk? Do we need to address some things? This right here is not healthy. In both, I think in marriages, people know when it's not right, right? Mm-hmm. Like you can almost feel it. So that's one thing I always try and make sure we address. Now, if we both just working on goals or trying to hit a goal, or he got a project that has a deadline or something like that, I understand. But yeah, I don't want to like go on vacation. You know, you go on this expensive vacation and y'all barely say 2 words to each other. I don't want that. Or you never go on vacation. Or, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't want that. Oh, and I don't think I said this in the last one. I know people are going to be like, no, you know, it's not right. I do believe in divorce. Because if you have 2 people that are so unhappy and they're making each other miserable, and it's also dragging the children in it, and the children is affecting your kids, I do believe in divorce, because you could go your separate ways. If you could be cordial with each other, fine. If you can't, that's fine too. Just go your separate ways. But just staying together to stay together and y'all miserable, or y'all flipping the house upside down, or it's constant arguing, everybody unhappy, I believe in divorce. Now, but you could chime into that, because I know you're not as big on divorce.
I wouldn't say I wasn't big on it. I think you should consider everything, you know, before you make that leap. But I would never I would never recommend someone to stay in a marriage just to stay in a marriage.
Yeah.
You're going to be a little quicker on the trigger than I would be.
Yeah, okay, so just to give y'all, when I give y'all, some of this applies to us and some of it doesn't. This one applies to us. So in the beginning of our marriage, well, let me give you a little backstory real quick. So growing up, I always said, I'm not getting married. Just from what I used to see. I just, just from like relatives and, growing up, I just saw a lot of things that made me say, I'm not getting married. Because I don't see nobody in a real happy, Disney World type marriage. So I'm not getting married. This was as a little girl, right? And I said it all the way through college. So, when I met my college roommate, y'all know my best friend, April. I used to be like, I ain't getting married. And she used to be like, yeah, I'm getting married, because she grew up seeing something different. So it's all about perspective. So my thing was, the minute I became unhappy, sad, not satisfied, I was like, I want a divorce. I think I asked for a divorce about 10 times. And it could be off any little thing too. Because I'm like, life too short to just be unhappy, So Kit is not big on divorce. He's like, talk it out, work it out, let's sit down and think through it. I'm like, life too short to be unhappy. You go your way, I go mine. But I'm grateful that he wasn't on the same page as me, or we definitely wouldn't been this far, So I'm grateful that he is the type of person to say, no, let's sit down, let's work it out, let's see what we can do. If we just hit, rock bottom, then we just hit rock bottom. But yeah, I was the one that's always hollered. I believe in divorce to this day though, because if you still got 2 people that is extremely unhappy and nobody wants to work on it, or one person does and the other person doesn't, I say go and be happy, because you may meet somebody where you're really happy, the both of you. So for those of you who are in the comments and saying, well, I got divorced and I'm happy about it, I totally get it. I understand. Sometimes you have to do what you have to do. And like I said, it's a partnership. So if the partner ain't partnering.
Yeah, and in this day and age, it's not necessary to
Just
torture yourself.
Yeah.
And my experience growing up was a little bit different. Like, I don't know. Yeah, nobody I knew was divorced. No one in my immediate family
was
divorced.
Yeah.
Now,
But that
later on, after you grow up, you start learning some things about different folks. Papas ain't the only ones that's rolling stones. I just put it that way.
Yeah, so the images, like, and then I told Kenyon the same thing. I was like, just because your parents have been married or, you've never witnessed any type of arguing and fighting and all that kind of stuff, don't run out there and go get married. Because just because you didn't witness or see what was going on or how we resolve problems, it's not easy. So I don't pressure my kids into go get married. You got to go get married. Go be somebody's wife. Go be somebody. We are not like that.
In this day and age, you're going to think once,
okay,
twice, 3 times,
a lady.
And then you're going to think again.
So no, we don't push our kids like you got to get married by the age of this or you got to have a baby by the age of that. No, take your time. Take your time. If it happens, it happened. If it doesn't, it wasn't meant to be. So yeah, that's that one. What else? Oh, I don't think I said this in the last one, but I'm going to just repeat it just in case. Don't compare your marriage to anybody else's marriage. Not your mom and daddy, not your grandparents, because we live in a totally different age, era. Okay? So when you get married, I had to learn this too. He did too, because he started it though. He started it. Because as soon as we got married, he went to Holland and buy his grandmama biscuits. I already told y'all that story time. So he was by, my grandmama biscuits, and you can't make my grandmama biscuits. I'm like, why are you comparing me to your grandmother? Okay? I ain't never cooked you no biscuit while we was dating. Why would I start cooking biscuits now? So when he did that, I was like,
and that should have been the first course.
Okay. All right. But my first clue should have been he don't know how to change no oil. He don't know how to change no brakes. He can't fix the air condition like my daddy. So while he was throwing his grandmama biscuits in my face, I was throwing the fact that he can't fix stuff like my daddy. So yeah, we used to go back and forth real hard. So y'all, we just being very candid and very honest. But yeah, don't compare your spouse, your wife or the husband to your dad. Now you could say, babe, can you start trying to fix the stuff or whatever the case may be? But throwing it in their face to belittle them, I don't think it's fair. But we did it. Real bad.
It was a little petty.
It was petty. But at the time when you deep up in it, baby, you in the swamps in that thing. So yeah, I think that's what helped us, grow. We stopped comparing, each other to other people or whatever. Your whole man be doing such and such for us. All right. Let's see. Oh, romance. I don't think the romance should ever end. And romance is different in everybody's eyes. You know what I mean? It could be a little something. It could be a cute little note. It could be anything. But I don't think it should ever die. Especially if you start out like that. Because it's a lot of, they call a little thing now, babe? Love bombing that's going on. Love bombing? Yeah, love bombing is when you do all this, you shoot your shot, you do all this stuff, buying gifts, taking them out to eat, doing all this stuff, making them feel special, do all that love bombing stuff in the beginning. And then once you get them, you stop. Ladies, be aware of that. Okay? Be careful.
Be aware. Be aware of the Tisha Campbells. If you guys hadn't seen the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air episode,
First of all,
Go
that's a
ahead,
lie.
snatch off the
That's
nails
a lie
in
in the
the
beginning. In the beginning, I ain't do none of that. Don't even try it. Don't even try to have my own nails.
Totally different person.
That's a lie, babe. Now later on, maybe. But like we said, you ain't gonna be married to the same person. That person changes every single day. But yeah, but love bombing is real. I don't know if y'all ever experienced it where you were dating somebody and they was like, ooh, everything. And that was probably another mistake in my dating life. Like telling somebody what type of man you want, what type of this, what type of that. And they just go and play the script. They just do exactly everything that you said. And then you turn around and find out that they the total opposite. You know, not kid. I'm just saying, like, that's what happened in the dating world with me. Like, Lord, have mercy. Okay. Let's see what else. So yeah, y'all still let me know if any of this applies or if you experience the same thing. This marriage burnout is real. It is real, y'all. We've experienced it. We know other couples that have experienced it. Like you just in it. Okay, and they said the way you'll know if you're in marriage burnout is lack of physical intimacy, feeling emotionally exhausted, arguing more frequently, and cheating. So feeling disengaged from your partner, y'all always fighting and arguing. You're uninterested in, you're feeling more negative and cynical about your partner, and you dread spending time with your partner. Let's see. The humor has left the relationship, and you're just emotionally exhausted. So marriage burnout is real, and the way you get through it is communication. And like I said, how you communicate. But each person has to communicate. Because, a lot of times it'll be one person just talking, just saying it. The other person just sitting there like, I'm listening. No, are you taking it in? Are you understanding? So yeah, marriage burnout is real. And it happens. Because with life, with getting to know each other, growing, jobs, illnesses, losing relatives, parents, sometimes even siblings. Some people have experienced that. Your marriage changes through every single trauma. I don't know if y'all agree or not, babe. You agree?
Yeah.
When you have
different life experiences.
Yeah, life experiences definitely change your relationship, the dynamic of your relationship, how that person handles it, especially when you have a newborn baby. Ooh, that was rough. When you have a baby and there's not really much your partner can do sometimes, even though they help, it just still sometimes feel like it's not enough. Or you lose a loved one and you go into, a phase of, I won't say, well, some people do go through depression, with losing someone, and you're not that same person that, your spouse is used to, or job changes, illnesses, like one of you all might get sick, or both of you all might get sick, or then your children may get sick. So all of that changes your relationship, So one year you might be, oh my God, we having a great time, da 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 da, and then life hits, and then your life changes. So that could create a lot of trauma and stuff. But we've been through all of it. I got sick. He got sick. I've lost my parents. Let's see. Job changes. Kids sick. And my father-in-law passed away. That was what, last year?
Yeah.
Yeah, last year. So it was like my brother. It was a lot going on last year, y'all. When I took that break, I needed that break. Because it's like, first it started off with like my college roommate. I posted it on Instagram, but I didn't really talk about it, I don't think, on the channel. But, even though we weren't still in touch or what have you, you still feel that heaviness. Because it's like we were in college together. Like, that was my college roommate. So my college roommate passed away. Then my brother, passed away in the same month. She was at the beginning, he was at the end. And then my father-in-law passed away in June. And it was like back to back to back. And it's just like, how you're trying to come up for air and you're trying to get it together. Especially if you're a person that internalize everything. it just got real heavy, you know. And I know I needed that break. And yeah, life changes. It happens. It happens, and it's real. It is real. What else I got on my list? What else you got to add, babe?
That's a pretty good list.
Oh, I forgot one. I don't know if I said this yesterday, but I think individuality is very important. I honestly do. Like, I know we as women, and I'm not going to speak for the guys. I'll let you speak to them. But you get caught up in being a wife, being a mother, you know, having your career or just working or what have you, and you lose yourself because you forget what you like. You forget how to enjoy, you know, you. Because if you ask somebody, it's like, you know, so what are you? What, you know, who are you or whatever? First thing people say, well, I'm a mother, I'm a wife. And that is a big responsibility. It's a huge responsibility. But in my opinion, I think you get lost in the things that you might like as an individual. And I try to always maintain that by, you know, like going on little girls trips or spending time away, you know, so that you could just be you. And I know a lot of times y'all be like, why are you away from your husband? Why are you away from your husband? And it's not to a punishment for me or to him. It's, you know, sometimes you want to get away. A lot of people don't like to, but I like to travel sometimes without my husband, and I like to enjoy traveling with my husband. They're like two totally different trips. So I still want to hang on to my individuality, and I think I still want to dive into even more, you know, because I got more life behind me than in front of me. So there's a lot of times he may not be able to go to, and then he may go somewhere that I may not be able to go. But it's not like immediately when you see us separate, you're like, oh, they divorced, they getting a divorce. He done put her out. Kid done push her. Kid done put Casey out again. I'm like, no, it ain't nothing like that. It's nothing like that. But yeah, I think you should definitely. I know a lot of stuff been going around on the internet about self-love, self-care, and all that. It is very important. You will get lost. You'll get burnt out. You'll feel frustrated. You'll feel unappreciated. All of that. And now, babe, you can speak for the guys, but that's definitely a big important thing. And I think with that, you're able to, when you do come back together, to enjoy each other. Like, you know, oh, I missed you. You know, we went on this trip, and you come back and tell him all about it and stuff like that. And I think each spouse should be open to that. Now, you know, you got to trust your spouse and stuff. You ain't going out there, you know, dropping it like it's hot at the King of Diamonds. Now, if you going to the King of Diamonds, we're going together.
Why we got to go together?
Because you don't need to be at the King of Diamonds by yourself.
Why not?
I mean, you go ahead. Go ahead, because I'm going to go to the King of Diamonds, too.
Yeah, then.
We went together. I ain't going to tell y'all what he did at the King of Diamonds. That's the story time all by itself. No,
Tell me what I did.
I'm just playing.
You know that was some messy mess that was going on. That didn't have nothing to do with me.
I'm just kidding. We had fun though. We were like real like nerdy. So when we go with like family and stuff, we be the nerds of the whole little thing. And I'm like, Lord, what is this? But no, we had fun. It was something that we stepped out of the box and went to. So no judgment zone. Don't come around here judging us. So, yeah, that was a good one. I almost forgot. I think this is real important. It may be the last one. But I think if you see a couple that's in trouble or going through something, I don't think the first thing you should do is talk about them. I think you should pray for them. Because you got to remember, those people are going through, it's pain, it's tears, it's frustration. It's a lot. Trying to be married. So if you do see somebody going through something, or you do see us separated or something, I'm not speaking that into existence. If you feel something, just pray for us. You know what I'm saying? It could be something going on. It could not be. But I think that's how we help each other. Seriously. Because it's not easy. It's hard. And we all know it's hard. So everybody that has been married know that it's not easy. So rather than, child, don't think they together no more. Girl, she ain't wearing her ring no more. I think you just stop and just pray for them. Just pray that they get through whatever they get through, you know? Right, babe?
Yep.
Because every couple goes through something. Life don't miss, baby. Life don't miss. And when you put your mouth on somebody and they come back around on y'all, karma is no joke. I ain't playing with it, so I wish everybody well. All right, and then the next one, let's see. But yeah, y'all, hopefully I can put this video up. If y'all have something to add, if y'all have some advice for us, if whatever, just drop it down. I like the dialogue of it, just talking about it. But yeah, I done ran away. I thought I told y'all that story. Babe, you remember when I ran away?
Which time?
Babe, don't do that, man. Don't get on here showing that. I ran away one time that I remember.
Okay. And
The one where I dropped the kids off and I just kept on riding. Y'all, let me tell you something. Life get overwhelming. And you trying to work, take care of home.
2003?
I don't know if it was.
No, 2004?
I don't know if it was the year. I dropped the kids off and then I called you from Orlando. And April was like, I don't mind you being here, but just call him and let him know where you are. You know how you take your kids to school?
We were here.
Yeah, I was here. You know how you drop the kids off? You know how you just be like, it was so hectic. And I felt so heavy. I was like, I can't do this. And I remember my mama always telling me, when you get to the point where you feel like you can't take it anymore, you got to remove yourself. And that's how you maintain your sanity. She was like, remove yourself from the situation, no matter what it is. She told me this like when I was a teenager. So if it's school, if it's your job, if it's your marriage, whatever it is, you have got to remove yourself and just, go breathe for a couple of days. And the life gonna keep lifing. So you ain't got to worry about nothing falling apart. So that morning, it was just so rough. The kids wasn't, getting up on time. And it was just a lot, right? So I dropped my kids off. I got in the car. I jumped on the highway. And I just kept driving. I didn't even know where I was going. And then I was driving. And I think the reason I got off on Orlando exit is because I was like, oh, I got to go to the bathroom. So I was like, well, maybe I'll go to April's house. And then I think she called me and said, hey, what you doing? Where are you? And I was like, in Orlando. And she was like, what you doing in Orlando? Because I never go to Orlando without calling her. So, I was like, I just wanted to get away. And your friend know you. So she was like, okay, well, just come over here. I guess she's saying, let me hear him and get to her quick. So, yeah, I ran away. That was the only time I remember, babe. He talking about I always run away. No, I don't.
There was a time you was going to throw the kids on the side of the highway.
I wish you quit telling people that. No, I wasn't, y'all. I told him to come get his keys.
I expressly remember. I had to go in and tell the dude, I said, hey, I'm going to need to take off because I got to go down here and get these kids. We were in the midst of moving up here.
He up here living his best life, and he left me down there with three
I'm
toddlers.
living my best life, right?
I'm down there with three toddlers trying to get to work, trying to get them to school. And I told him, I asked him something like, what you was doing? Oh, nothing, he sounded like he was chilling.
It's amazing. Y'all be superwoman right up until you don't want to be.
He sounded like he was chilling. I got to cook, clean, pick up kids and all that. I said, well, you need to come get these kids this weekend.
We had talked. We needed to get moved into the house.
Right.
We had just had the house built.
Right.
Need to get moved in. I so happened to found the job within, I think it was like a week. So.
And my job didn't start till the next month.
Came on up.
Right. And I told him, come get his children. Come get your children, okay? Come get your kids. This is too much. And he came and got him. What, you took him to Disney World?
Yeah, we went to Disney.
Yeah, he came and got the kids and took them to Disney World.
Did you tell him about KIONA?
What? Oh, let me tell y'all. And then I'm going to let y'all go. So, Kit just told y'all that he had to start his job earlier than us, right? My job started the next month, and the kids was going to be out of school at the very same time. So, his teacher's one of them teachers that I'm kind of, when you intimidated by the teacher, like, cause she didn't play that right. So, she barely say like 2 words to you, but she's very cordial. So when she called me, I'm like, she's a really good teacher. So when she called, I was like, oh, something is definitely wrong. Because she never has to call. She handles her class. So she called and she was like, hey, man, I speak to you for a moment. And I was like, oh, Lord, what has he done? But I ain't even worried because I know she'll handle him. She was like, she held my hand and she was like, I just want you to let you know I'm praying for you and all of this. And I'm like, okay. That lady told me KIONA told her my daddy packed up and left us. I say, the reason I can't focus in school and class is my daddy packed up and left us here. And I'm like, are you serious? He was 5. Wasn't he 5?
Yeah, he was 5.
He was 5 years old.
First grade.
Told that woman that kid left us, packed up everything, the whole
was
house.
That first grade or kindergarten?
Kindergarten. No, first. No, kindergarten.
Kindergarten. Right?
Yeah, kindergarten. Yeah, told that lady that kid backed up that truck to the house, packed up all our stuff, and left us. I said no. He left because his job started earlier. The house is finished, and we're moving this summer. And she was like, "Oh my God, he had me in tears." I said, "KIONA is such an actor. You hear me? He was truly an actor."
And it never stopped.
That boy there. But yeah, y'all. So that was it. That was just some of the things that helped us get through where we are. It has not been easy. That's why I say I pray for every couple, every relationship. It doesn't matter who you're with. Love is love. That's how I feel. Everybody may not agree. But yeah, so we have had some battles and stuff. So I never ever wanted to come on and paint this picture that we're this perfect couple, or we haven't gone through things, or we haven't had to, go to each one of our parents to talk it out or nothing like that. But all in all, our families have been very supportive of our marriage, and I don't know where we'll be without them, to be honest. His dad, his mom, my mama, my daddy, my brothers and sisters, So we've all, it takes a village for real to get through some of the things that and I think traveling and stuff helped us too. Cruising a lot. We found something we both love. Disney. And you might not think vacations help, but they help. They give you something to look forward to, give you something to work for, different goals we set together. But yeah, so like I said, y'all pray for us. We'll pray for y'all. We'll get through this together. I'm going to journal it out on my vlog channel as we grow. And when we hit little hiccups and stuff, I might be like, y'all team Kid and team KC on this one. But like I said, I'm still no motorcycle. I don't know if y'all got some motorcyclists out there.
I'm going to get me a motorcycle.
Ain't no motorcycles coming up in here, baby. Okay? All right.
She going to vlog it when I get it.
Baby, if I vlog it, one of y'all connectors better come get me. You better come get me and help him, okay? All right. So thank y'all so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. I hope I can get this up tonight. And if not, it will be up on, what's the day? Monday? It'll be up on Tuesday if it gets too late. Well, thank y'all so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. Much love, peace, and blessings to each and every one of you. And until the next video, continue making connections with endless possibilities. I love y'all. Bye, y'all.